All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 24 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJG1024, and today we're going to be grinding out the latest Captain Blizzard drop program. This drop program came out on Friday. Obviously, I did not stream on Friday, but the two captains in this one are Ken Griffey Sr., who gives a boost for brother or fathers, fathers of players. Basically, players with family ties get a boost, and they get plus 15 contact against righties, plus 15 power against lefties, plus 15 speed, and plus 15 hits per nine. You know, immediately off the bat, you could think of Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr., Dante and Bo Bichette, Gunnar and Matt Holliday, um, Vladimir Guerrero Sr. and Jr. So there are a lot of different combinations for this to work. You also have Kyle Tucker, who's part of the Hyper Series, and he gives a boost to Hyper Series players. So you get a plus 15 contact against righties, plus 15 power against lefties, plus 15 batting clutch, and plus 10 hits per nine. That is the boost if you use Hyper Series players. We're going to complete one of the missions right now, which is collect Tim Salmon, get 5,000 XP plus 3 Ballin' is a Habit packs. And we're going to go ahead and open those up right now. By the way, for anyone that is wondering, oops, did not mean to sell that. Oh well. For anyone that's wondering, I am aware that there is a holiday pack that is available in the shop, but I have already claimed that holiday pack. As you can see here, I've already claimed it. I've already opened it. I've already got Ian Happ, as well as the bat skins, the icons, the banners. So I got these already. No reason for me to do any more. All right. So now, with that said, what is it that we need to do here? I'm sure we got to build. So we need hits with players with a brother and father. So I just mentioned already a few of the guys. Hyper Series guys, I'm going to have to look that up because I don't recall that. There's also Reds and Astros that we have to work on. So I need to see something real quick. Hyper. Oh, okay. Okay, these are the well, no, these are the. So I only have 4, and 3 of them are pitchers. The other one is Chase Utley, so he's the only one that I could rely on, unless I want to buy Richie Sexton, which wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. I could buy Ken Griffey Jr., and I could buy Adrian Beltre as well. If I'm going to do that, I might as well finish out the collection and get Hyper Series Vladimir Guerrero Jr. too. And then that way I can have Ken Griffey Jr. and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So there we go. We got fathers, or we got sons in the MLB. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll buy that. I don't really care what the final price is. I'll just get above. I'll just earn enough stubs to get above this again. Or get above $1 million. Who's cheaper? Henry Aaron, Jackie Robinson. Looks like he's cheaper. Yeah, Jackie. All right, we'll go Jackie. All right, that should get us all of that. So, la-di-da, here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So now all the special collections are done. So I no longer have to pop into here ever again. Okay, well, good. So I'm going to go ahead and place those guys in there because it's important that they get in there. We need... Let's see. Hyper. There we go. Oh, I had a ton of these guys already. Oh, what am I thinking? Okay, whatever. Craig actually, I could keep Craig Biggio in there. I could technically, and he would count with the. Yeah, I might as well keep him in there. Let's see. I guess this really doesn't matter because they're all. None of these guys are. None of these guys are going to count towards submissions other than the Hyper Series. So let's go with Brad Miller. What the hell is going on? Are they are they seriously not gonna? I guess because it was so stuck on season 3, it never changed over to season 4. I don't know. Either way, we got that settled. Um, actually, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna go to the Astros. Obviously, went too far. Most. There we go. So we're gonna do. You know what? We might as well do that, Craig Biggio, since the other one's already. The other one is already. He's already super factored, so I might as well use that one. All right, shortstop. Who did we say? Brad Miller. Let's see. Martinez, Adrian Beltre, Josh Young, Wade Boggs, Eduardo Escobar. So really nobody who's going to help me out here. Actually, now that I think about it, I need Reds. So McLean should go there, not Brad Miller. I actually forgot about that. Let's see. Again, this one really isn't going to matter, so I might as well go Eduardo Escobar. There ain't catchers. Gary Carter and Joe Mauer. Let's well go Gary Carter. Oscar Hernandez, Gary Sheffield, and Will Stargell. Let's go Sheffield. We should definitely go. Oh, yeah, but then like we don't have too many Reds here. Let's see. Well, we might as well play Eric Davis there. We could do that. Fortunately, not a lot of Houston Astros here. Also, I think I need to I need to check this program requirement first. Tally 15 hits with players with a brother or father in MLB The Show 24. So this has to be the sons then. So I'm right to keep Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in there as well as Ken Griffey Jr., but Craig Biggio is just not going to work. I would need his son Kevin to be in if I want that to count. But I need some Houston Astros in there. So yeah, we'll work on the Hyper Series first. We'll get that done. I mean, look, there's no rush for me to get this done. I just got to get it done. I can take my time with this. All right. I think we're good for now. We'll see. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. So let's hop into a game here. And we're going to go with Paul Steves, since I believe he's the pitcher that is closest to being super factored. Right. So, a couple things. First of all, happy holidays, soon to be Christmas and Hanukkah, and then the day after that is going to be Ramadan. So, happy holidays to everyone. You know, just wanted to say that off the bat, Monday, December 23rd. So we're very close to Christmas. We're very close to Hanukkah, and we're also very close to Ramadan as well. So let that be first out of the way. Second thing, okay, many of you might be wondering why I did not stream on Sunday, even though I said I would. Unfortunately, I got sick. And I know it doesn't seem like it, but believe me, guys, it was the stomach flu. I mean, Saturday morning, oh my God. I was an absolute mess. I was trying to sleep. My stomach just didn't feel right. Next thing I know, I'm on the toilet. And I'm not going into any more details about that, but you know, it was just Saturday was absolutely miserable for me. It was so miserable. So miserable. And I mean, I couldn't even go to work Saturday night. So I figured why would I even try to stream Sunday if I was so sick on Saturday, or especially since, you know, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, if I was going to have to take a break and, you know, be gone for a long period of time because I'm on the toilet doing whatever, getting sick. I wasn't sure. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that to you guys. Strike 3, sit out. So Sunday there was no stream. Obviously today I feel a heck of a lot better. Alright. I definitely feel a lot better. So today I felt well enough to be able to do it. I mean, it was just absolute worst timing. Worst timing to get sick is around the holidays. Because now I can't even Now, and the funny thing is, my immediate family all got sick from it. And by immediate family, I mean the household. Like, my parents, my brother, and I, we all got sick. Started with my father, then went to my mother. My brother and I were the last two to get it. So, essentially, I'm blaming my father for this. Thanks, Dad. So, no stream. There was no stream yesterday. I planned on it. I do apologize to anyone who was expecting it on Sunday. It just wasn't going to work. Okay. But, honestly, this week, it was going to be tough anyway. At most, I was doing 3 streams because I wasn't streaming. And the plan was to stream Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Wednesday, obviously, no stream because that's Christmas. My expectation was I was going to celebrate it with my family. I doubt that's very much in the cards anymore. And then Thursday and Friday, I'm working the afternoons at work. So that is not going to happen. So, I could do a stream on Saturday. Yes, I could. I could technically do one on Saturday. But you guys know how I feel about it. Saturdays are usually just the day that I do not want to stream. It's just... Sunday I'm okay with, but Saturday is just like... No. So, at most, I'm only doing 2 streams this week. But I figured it was going to be tough anyway to stream around the holidays. There's just, there's so much going on, and honestly, I think you guys have have better things to do than to watch me stream anyway, so not saying that that's on a regular basis, but I mean around the holidays, you guys clearly have better things to do. So, I will not fault you if you guys are are choosing family over me. In fact, I would encourage them. So, right. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your holidays with your family. Obviously, be very thankful that you get to celebrate with them. Enjoy the time, and I will see you guys again on December after Tuesday stream. The next time I'll see you guys is on December 29th. Oh, excuse me. Strike 3, sit out. But be thankful for the gifts that you may receive this holiday season. Hope you get everything that you asked for. I had a couple things in mind, but honestly, I wasn't gonna ask my family for them. They're just things that I want, not what I need. And it's like, in my mind, if I can get the things I want myself, I might as well get them. And there's really not much that I do want. Like, what I wanted was a Grimace t-shirt. I was looking at that, and then there was also a t-shirt with Grimace and Mr. Met, and underneath them were OMG. I thought it was a cool shirt. I wanted it. But I'll just buy it after the holidays. It's not a big deal. You know, I guess at this age, I know this sounds very strange for kids to hear because obviously Christmas is about getting presents and, well, I mean in their minds it's about getting presents. Obviously it's a lot more than that, but you know, as a kid I always grew up believing Christmas was about getting presents. So not saying they're selfish, just saying that in a child mindset, that's how Christmas is viewed.
Ball one, no strike.
I'd be willing to bet that more than half the children have that mindset as we approach Christmas. And if you don't, you know what? God bless you for recognizing Christmas as more than just a day to get presents. So, what was I going on about? Something about kids and their mindset. I don't know. I kind of lost my trail of thought now. Anyway, so I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I will obviously wish you guys happy holidays at the end of Tuesday's stream or tomorrow's stream as well. Alright, so don't think that just because I'm saying this now that means there's not going to be a stream tomorrow. There's obviously going to be a stream tomorrow. It's just I'm getting the holiday stuff out of the way right now, and then I'll repeat myself tomorrow. Yes, baseball news, because a lot has happened since over the weekend since I last spoke to you guys. First off, my thoughts and prayers out to the Henderson family. Very sad to hear about Rickey Henderson and his passing. Kind of a shock, really. I didn't even know that he might have been in declining health or anything. I'm not so sure anyone did, but I guess when your time comes, your time comes. You can't really do anything to stop that. So Evan just got back one of the greatest base stealers in all of baseball. I mean, we are never going to see someone like Rickey Henderson again. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that Ellie De La Cruz could be the next one. I mean, he's stealing a lot of bases. Yeah, he could be. But honestly, Henderson stole a lot of... the key to Henderson stealing a lot of bases, yeah, was obviously his speed, but he also had to have longevity, too. I mean, this guy started, I think, in the 70s and went all the way till the end of till the 2000s. So he had a long, long career. 30 years, that's almost unheard of these days. You know, guys like Cal Ripken Jr., like Tony Gwynn, Rickey Henderson, Reggie Jackson, all those guys that would spend 20, 30 years in baseball. I don't think we're going to see that anymore unless we see more people like Juan Soto starting in the MLB at 19 years old. And even then, who knows if they're going to be able to last as long as Henderson and Griffey and, well, Griffey lasted, what, 20 years? Ooh, I've got an idea. How about we do one for Rickey? This stolen base is for Rickey. That's for you, Ricky. That's for the entire Henderson family right there. May he rest in peace. Like I said, I don't think we're ever going to see someone like Ricky Henderson in terms of his longevity and his speed ever again. I don't think we're ever going to see it again. We might see people come close, but I don't think we're ever going to see someone be like Ricky ever again. So, that's what I wanted to say about Ricky Henderson and his passing. The other big news, and it broke actually this morning while I was asleep. I don't know how this ended up getting done like it did, but Sean Manaea is returning to the Mets on a 3-year, $75 million deal. Obviously, this is a big, big signing for the New York Mets. They needed a guy who's going to be an ace. I'll be honest, last year I would have said Sean Manaea was not worth that much money. This year, I think he's worth it. And I think he's proven that he is an ace caliber pitcher, and he is the guy that the Mets need in their rotation. Obviously, there's still a lot more to do, but I would say that the Mets have clearly addressed one of their big, big needs of this season, which is to get an ace pitcher. So, Sean Manaea, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. It's clear he wanted to be on the Mets. It's clear. He indicated that after the loss to the Dodgers in the NLCS, Manaea was like, I want to run it back with this crew. Well, he's going to get a chance to run it back with the addition of Juan Soto. Of course, we would still have to re-sign Pete Alonso, and we don't have Luis Severino anymore. But, you know what? Sean Manaea wanted to be here, and I think he's going to do great. I think he's going to do great things. So, great job on the part of Cohen and Stearns to get Manaea back. Big signing right there, and I feel like at this point, the Mets can focus on their bullpen. They can focus on trying to get back Pete Alonso, or sign Alex Bregman, move Vientos to first. That is certainly an option. And then I think they should re-sign guys like Winker and Iglesias. I really think they should. Even if those guys are going to be bench bats or DH or just fill-ins or whatever, you still need those type of guys. And think about what Jose Iglesias meant for this team last year. And think about how much Jesse Winker wanted to be a Met. He has indicated on multiple occasions he wanted to be on the Mets. All right, and he got his chance last year, or not last year, this year. And I think he proved he deserves another go around. Attaboy Guerrero Jr. So I do hope they re-sign Winker. I hope they do re-sign Iglesias. I think those guys are a vital part of the Mets. And look, that was a team that went to the NLCS without Juan Soto. Think about what they could do if now with Juan Soto on it. Who knows? Who knows? But it would be very interesting to watch. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, a lot of things need to happen. But I think today was a good step towards rebuilding this team that challenged the Dodgers in the NLCS. And yes, I use the word challenge, okay? The Dodgers, it's not like they steamrolled over the Mets. I mean, did they overpower the Mets in certain games? Yes. But was it easy for the Dodgers? Not by any means, okay? Had to go to a game 6 in order to end it, and there was always that possibility that if it got any further beyond game 6, Mets might have a shot. So, I really do think that Juan Soto could make, once this team right now, I think repeats, maybe takes a step back. Re-sign Iglesias, re-sign Alonso, re-sign Winker, and I think this team makes it back to the NLCS and possibly brings it to a game 7 against the Dodgers. But those are the 3 signings in my mind that would need to happen in order for my prediction, or for me to believe that my prediction would come true. Okay? If they don't do one of those things, then I need to see who they would fill in for one of those guys in order to, make a decision. Like, if we don't re-sign Alonso, okay, do we at least get someone like Alex Bregman, who, could fill the third base hole, and then you move Vientos over to first. Or, that's a foul ball? Yeah, that's a or, what other third base options are out there. Also, one other signing I do want to note, Walker Buehler signing with the Red Sox. I mean, I'm very surprised at what the Red Sox are doing right now, and I kind of like it. I like that the Red Sox, I think, are changing the perception here. Honestly, I didn't think much of the Red Sox heading into this offseason, but I think they're starting to change my mind. Like this Red Sox team could be something. They could be something. And then there's also this strategy going on that there's this ideas going around that maybe the Mets are looking to see if the Blue Jays are going to trade Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I wouldn't necessarily rely on that. I mean, obviously having Guerrero Jr. long term would be phenomenal. Strike 3, sit down. But, I mean, if you're going to wait an entire offseason to see what happens, and then it doesn't come to fruition, you're kind of leaving yourselves with not a lot of options at first base and at third, unless you're really confident in Brett Baty, which I can tell you I'm not. Nothing against Brett Baty, but honestly, Vientos has outplayed him at third base. Unless Baty can have an amazing spring training, like kind of like what Mauricio did. What was it, 2023, where he just smashed balls, and then was like, considered. So if Beatty has something similar to that, I mean, maybe he can earn his way to a starting third base spot and maybe change a few minds. But just what I've seen, I'm not a big believer of Beatty. Like I said, maybe Beatty can prove me wrong. Maybe he can. But from what I've seen so far, just there are better options. Well. So we'll see what the Mets do. Obviously, you got to think about Vientos. Vientos is going to be your top guy at third. And honestly, like, even if you want to move, even if you do want to move Vientos to first, which I think should be the move if you're not sold on Pete Alonso, I don't think Beatty should be the first third baseman that you call up. If anything, maybe get Mauricio some reps at third. Obviously, I mean, the thing is that he's coming off of injury, and he may not be the same player, and you want to ease him back, especially since he hasn't played baseball in well over a year. But I mean, if Mauricio could be even like half of what he was in spring training 2023, that's still an upgrade. Or that's still a better option than Beatty. Like I said, the only thing that would sell me on Beatty is if he has a monster spring training. If he has a monster spring training, then I would say give Beatty a shot. But until then, I'm not sold on it. I mean, I for one would be looking at trade options for him. It sounded like the Mets were fielding offers for Beatty. I don't know what those offers were, and I don't know if they still are. But I would at least be willing to listen. And more importantly, like, maybe it would be better off for Beatty to be on another team. I mean, maybe he can shine with a different team. And yeah, we as Met fans, we might kick ourselves. We might blame David Stearns, be like, I shouldn't have traded Beatty. Beatty was going to break out. We traded him. Well, maybe. But would Beatty have gotten that chance if, Vientos was still at third? No. Absolutely not. He'd be still down in AAA ranking. So let him shine somewhere else on some other team. And if some other team can make him a star, a top third baseman, more power to him. But don't hold the kid back if there's no spot on him in the roster. It doesn't help the team and it doesn't help the player. Well, trades can be a good situation all around. It's not just, one team benefited, but the player didn't, or the player benefited, but the team didn't. Like, there could be multiple benefits to a trade. That's right. I just realized. Who's the closest? It looks like Pete Smith is the closest, so he's gonna get the save. Excuse me. My boy Davis. I wonder between Davis and McLean how many hits they have altogether. Because I think I need 15 with Reds players, and I think they're the only two. Yeah, they're the only two. So let's see. Box score: McLean has 3, Davis has 5. So right now they're at 8. I mean, that's more than halfway to the 15 hits I think I need with Reds players. And besides, it wasn't like the Reds players were my top priority when it came to the building this line. Clearly, when I thought about this, I was thinking about getting the Hyper Series mission back. And getting the hits with the sons of famous players like Ken Griffey Jr., Vladimir Guerrero Jr., didn't we have anyone else? Nope, just Griffey and Vladdy. Oh, okay, well then, yeah. Bagwell is also helping with the... That's the other thing, too. Like, Bagwell, I'm also keeping my eye on, what is Bagwell and Biggio, because they're the ones that needs to get extra base hits with, because they're part of the Astros. That's the other mission. Get extra base hits with Astros players.
No balls, 2 strikes. Got him.
Sorry, I'm trying to clear my throat. Fortunately, it's very hard to do that when your diaphragm is hurting after being sick all weekend.
Excuse me. Number 9, shortstop, Matt McLean.
Yeah, that's pretty much it in the baseball world. I mean, Ricky Henderson death. You also have Sean Manaea and Walker Buehler signing. And okay, I also want to address one more thing because I find this rather ridiculous. There seems to be reporting from Ken Rosenthal that executives from the MLB, top executives in the MLB, are hesitant to be granting Pete Alonso a long-term contract because they see him as nothing more than a power bat. Like, they don't see him as athletic. They don't see him, like, I think there was some reporting that he had some issues in terms of chemistry, and I just, whoever said that to Ken Rosenthal needs to be slapped upside the head. They need to see the highlights from, throughout on Pete Alonso's career with the Mets. He's made some spectacular plays at first base that, while he hasn't done it very often, he does do it a good bunch. And as far as him not being a great teammate, I find that ridiculous. I mean, he's been quite a spokesperson for the Mets, and I haven't heard of him getting into fights with other teammates like I've heard other players. Jeff McNeil, I'm looking at you. strike three, sit down. You know, so I don't know who told Ken Rosenthal that, but I find that very ridiculous. I really do. You know, last season, would I understand question marks about him batting? Yeah, I would certainly understand. But it's one thing to question him as a streaky hitter. It's another thing to say he's not athletic, you know, there's some chemistry issues. I just find that ridiculous. So, I think whoever said that is either lying through their teeth or they really don't know baseball. For the Mets, I think they should. I mean, long-term deal, I don't know about that. It sounds like he wants a 7 to 8 year deal, and the Mets are giving quite a bit of money right now to Sean Manaea. You also have Francisco Lindor. Over $50 million to Juan Soto. Brandon Nimmo's contract is there. Jeff McNeil's contract is there.
The first base is number 5.
So, you know, I can understand the Mets being hesitant to give him quite a bit of money. But would I be... I mean, would I be the type of person that would just go on bashing Pete Alonso like this, saying he's not a great teammate and he can't do anything more than power hit? No, absolutely not. I mean, to me, that just seems like they're trying to undermine Pete Alonso. To me, that's wrong. That's wrong. You know, you want to talk about him as a shooting hitter? Fine. Fine, that's fair. We could talk about that. I mean, he went over a month without hitting a home run towards the end of last season. Yeah, towards the end of this past season. I get that. That's a fair concern. But all the other criticism, I think, is unwarranted and just sounds like that they're trying to undermine Pete Alonso's value. Even if you don't want to make him the top paid first baseman in all of MLB, which I understand, you can't tell me that Pete Alonso hasn't done enough to earn a $25+ million contract. Or $25 million plus per year contract. You can't tell me.
Leading off for the Rockies, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
I don't know who said that to Ken Rosenthal, but whoever said it, I mean, get out of MLB, because you clearly don't know what you're talking about. Just because someone doesn't have a gold glove in their hardware does not mean that they don't feel good. In fact, let's look at the stats for Pete Alonso in terms of fielding at first base. Just give me a second. Let me wrap up this half inning and we'll go towards looking at those stats, because I think that's a pretty important stat if we're going to dispute this notion that he's not athletic enough to play in the field. And even if that's your argument, well, hello, we just got the universal DH, so it shouldn't really matter. You should be, even if you don't want to put him as a first baseman, you can put him as a DH and then have him play first base every now and then. Nothing wrong with that. What a break. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
Leading off,
Don't mind me. I'm just rambling on or ranting on whatever executive told Ken Rosenthal that that Pete Alonso is not athletic enough.
0-1's the count.
Because I think that's rather ridiculous. All right. So that's all batting stats.
Hey! 0-1.
I want that. It's going all right. You know, right now I'm just grinding the latest Captain Blizzard program. Trying to get the thing done, the program done. Oh shoot. All right. So fielding percentage, here's the stats on Pete Alonso. Just in case anyone is curious here. Wow, nice. Just in case anyone is curious about Pete Alonso and his so-called athletic inabilities, okay, he has not had a percentage. He's only had a fielding percentage less than .99.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Once in his career, and that it was in 2020, which I'm going to tell you right now doesn't count in my mind because that was a shortened season. Should have never counted. All right, but 2019 fielding percentage .990, 2021 .993, 2022 .994. Oh, actually, no, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Hang on, I'll turn that off. So, .990, 2019 is rookie year. .993, 2021. .992, 2022. .995, 2023, and 2024. How many errors did he commit? Or how many errors has he committed? He's committed 46 errors in his career. 46. In 782 games, he's committed 46 errors. That's got to be less than 1%. And you say, oh, well, first base is not exactly the hardest position, the hardest fielding position. Listen to me. You ever try to field a ball that's coming your way, being thrown hard by one of your teammates? I can tell you, this is why I never played first base. I never wanted a ball thrown that hard at me. Also why I never played as catcher. But 46 errors in 6 years, 6 seasons in the MLB. And he's got no athletic ability to play the field. Whoever said that to Ken Rosenthal, like I said, you need to be out of the MLB. Only once was that guy, was Pete Alonso under .99% as a fielding first baseman. That is ridiculous. I don't know where these executives come up with those comments, but they clearly don't know baseball. That almost sounds like something I would hear from like the Oakland Athletics or the Athletics front office or some small market team trying to undermine Pete Alonso so that they could try to get him for like cheap value. Pete Alonso knows his worth. Okay, he has earned a $25 million plus per year contract. And if small market teams don't want to give it to him, there is a big market team that is going to give that to him.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
That is ridiculous.
Ball, that's low.
Strike 3, sit out. I don't know who said that to Tim Rosenthal, but they clearly don't know jack. Just because they never won a Gold Glove. You know what? Francisco Lindor hasn't won a Gold Glove with the New York Mets either. That doesn't make him one of the. That doesn't make him one of the. Or that doesn't mean he's not one of the top fielding shortstops in the National League. Okay? He should have gotten one this year, but you know what? Fine. If they want to give it to the guy who plays in Colorado, fine. Fine. But that frustrates me. That would frustrate me if I was Pete Alonso. I'd be like, that is absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's see how we're doing on this program. Wow, we really only got +5? What, Hyper Series? Is that all be completed? Dang. Okay, so then we clearly need more Reds. We need more Astros. And we're going to need more family. Actually, we could also do captains. Kind of forgot about that. I mean, we might as well leave Griffey, Guerrero. We might as well finish out that mission. I say we just take out the guys in the Hyper Series who don't who don't fill in for Reds or Astros or family members, and just replace them with the Reds or Astros guys. So like Gary Carter, we could take out. We'll leave in. So we're gonna leave in Davis, Griffey, Biggio, Bagwell, and McLean. We'll leave those guys in, and Guerrero Jr. But we'll take out Sheffield, Escobar, and Carter. Let's see. Can do Yordan Alvarez. Or we could do Spencer Steer. You could do Suarez at third base. Bregman is there. Can do Bregman. Giant bench or we're gonna do Suarez at third, and then catcher. We could do Johnny Bench, or we could do. Actually, now that I think about it, we could just move Craig Biggio over to catcher. Oh no, he doesn't have secondary. That's the wrong Biggio. That Biggio does not have catcher. But maybe the other one does. Maybe the other one does. Let's see. Yeah, the other one does. Okay, so then we'll do that. And then that way we can actually keep it even. Oh, do we keep Actually, we wouldn't. Can do Joe Morgan. So that way we have 4 Reds, 3 Astros, and 3 guys who would be the well, actually no, Craig Biggio wouldn't count. Craig Biggio wouldn't count. He would just count towards the Astros. Man, Paul Skeens was so close. If I'd thrown him out there for another inning, he might have been able to get it. The thing that sucks is that Kate Smith didn't even get enough XP to get to tier 2. So it was just pointless for me to throw him in there. I might as well have just gotten tier 4 with Paul Skeens. Now I just feel like an idiot. Oh well. Is what it is. Let's do this. And I fully expect that we are going to be done with this program by the time I'm done with this game. You know, we're going to have the hits with the players who have fathers or brothers in MLB The Show 24. We're going to have the hits with the Reds, and we're going to have the extra base hits with the Astros. Too much on that one, Guerrero Jr. Come on. At least we're getting the base hit there with Eric Davis. But what are you up to? Are you just playing the event, Bray, or are you just or are you doing something else? I don't even know what the event is. Isn't it the Captain Blizzard thing? Like all the captain cards from the Captain Blizzard program? What up, Joey? How are ya? Oh, I guess Bray, what else? That's okay. Doing good? That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. What you up to? You playing some MLB The Show, or are you doing something else right now? Just the latest Captain Blizzard drop program. You know, the one where you get Ken Griffey Sr. and, Al Tucker. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, nothing really exciting. But then again, these drops are really not that exciting. I don't even think some of them are really all that great. I think there were a couple that were worth the grind. I forget which ones those were. I have to go back and look, but you know, there were a couple that were worth it. What's the event? What's the event? Is it the Forever event? Strike 3, sit down.
Leading off for Long Island, the second baseman, Joe Morgan.
I just want the Forever event to be here because, like, I think that's how I'm gonna grind my hitters for my Mets lineup. Like, that's how I'm gonna get them super factored is by playing the Forever event. Assuming that they do it like they did last year, where it was common pitchers. It's like a moonshot event, but you're only at Colorado. Do you have to use common pitchers, or is it... Or is it like you can use someone like Paul Skeens?
Ball inside.
Commons and bronzes.
Oh, that's
Good.
awful.
Okay, so it sounds like this is an event that I probably should bring. Especially if I want to get started on my Mets Super Factor team grind. Strike 3, sit down. You know, Lindor, Alonso, Nimmo, Winker.
0-1.
Those guys gotta get them super factored. Carter, gotta get Carter. They have to have from each side though. Oh.
Nope.
So Alonso, Lindor may work, but not some of the other guys.
Inside, ball 2.
That's why I want to weigh on the Forever event, because the Forever event, well, I mean, I could still do this event and just do a bunch of the Mets, or as many Mets as I can do.
No ball.
I don't know. I'll check it out after I get this drop done.
3.
Because it might be worth doing. After all that online parallel XP. What's up, Dodger? How are ya? Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Attaboy, Griffey. June. It's Griffey Jr., not Griffey Sr. Good. How about you on my vacation right now? Oh, well, enjoy your vacation. School vacation or like a family vacation? Gotcha. Well, enjoy your time. Where are you at right now?
Ball that's outside.
Virgin Islands. Well, ain't you fancy? Dang. Nice. Well, enjoy your time in the Virgin Islands.
Oh.
That must be really fun. I've never been. Like the obviously the only time I've been outside of the U.S. Well, no, I've been outside the U.S. before. Just recently, I was in London in April, and that was cool. That was actually, I really liked London. That was beautiful. The city is beautiful. But I've never been, I've been to Cancun, Mexico, but I haven't been anywhere else. Oh, I've been to Ireland. If you want to, I guess you would, that's definitely different than London. Dublin, Ireland. But, I mean, to me, it's kind of like, it's all part of the UK, so, but still, maybe the Virgin Islands or nice vacation during the winter months. I would love for something like that. I mean, technically the only vacation I get, or the only vacation I've taken from the cold weather up here in New Jersey, has been going down to Florida every February for the Daytona 500. And I mean, it would be like 70, even 80 degrees down in Florida. It would be beautiful. But that's the closest, that's about the closest. I haven't been somewhere like the Virgin Islands or the Bahamas. I would love to, but then again, I'm not really a beach person. I would just go just to get away from the winter weather here. I am clearly not a winter weather person. Can't stand the cold. Like, this morning, I take one step out to the pantry, okay? That's where all our snacks and drinks are. And I go in there, I grab myself a Powerade Zero, because that's what I've been drinking while I've been sick. And I noticed that some of it was frozen. Like, think of that. That Powerade Zero has not been opened, and it was frozen. Parts of it had turned into ice. That's how cold it is here. And that's the kind of weather that I want to get away from. I can't stand that kind of weather. It's like, I really do not understand how people like this. How could you like that? How could you like wanting to go outside and shovel snow in frigid temperatures? Please explain that to me, please. Because I have no honest to God idea how people can tolerate that, let alone like it. It's like, give me the warm weather. Give me, like, I don't want, like, what Arizona, for example, gets, like, over 100 degrees in the summer months. Don't give me that. I just want it to be, like, 70 and 80 in, I want it to be basically shorts and t-shirt weather. That's the kind of, like, that's the kind of weather not hot enough that you're going to be stuck inside all day and you don't want to even step outside, but not so cold where you got to wear sweatpants and a long sleeve sweater. You get what I mean, guys? Like, just give me a happy middle. Give me spring. Give me spring and I'll be happy. Spring year round, I'm all good with that. I would get if people, you know, they like winter weather because they like to go snowboarding or skiing. You know, you could take a trip. Okay, a trip. That's not a problem, but that's not an issue. You know, you stay for like a week or so. You enjoy it, you have fun, and then you go home and you warm up. But to live year round in this kind of weather, no thank you. No thank you. Essentially, what I'm saying is you'll never see me. I don't think I would ever move any further north than where I am right now. And even here, I'm like, get me the hell out of here.
First baseman, number 5, Jeff Bagwell.
Oh man, Bagwell's struggling in this one.
Leading off for the Rockies, the left fielder, Sam Hilliard.
What do you got?
Well, like I said, don't give me Arizona in August kind of weather. Like no thank you.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I prefer not to walk out of my house or take a few steps out of the house and feel like my skin is going to melt off my bones. Not literally, I'm talking figuratively, but you get what I mean.
0-1.
Also, don't give me Florida hurricane weather. Like, ugh, no thank you.
3.
Strike 3, sit out.
Two. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down. All right, we need to get going here because that is not going to be helpful, Jordan. I mean, so far, Biggio is the only one I think that's contributed to extra bases. He's got 2 of them so far. And I need like 3 more. I need Bagwell to step up, and I need Alvarez to step up too. Like, look at this box score. Okay? Craig Biggio, 1 home run. Craig Biggio, a double. That's it. So Bagwell and Alvarez, they need to step up. Because I need them to hit in order to get I need them to get extra base hits for to complete that mission. Otherwise, it looks like I'm doing a conquest. Or I could do the event. You know, since I said I was already going to take a look at it.
Leading off for the Rockies, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
0-1's the count. He's out.
As long as I don't allow a run, I can keep going with false steams. Just can't allow a run, you know? I could, it's just I don't want to, because then that's gonna...
No balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit out. I do apologize if you do hear someone screaming downstairs. I don't think you do, but in case you do, there's my brother. He is rather upset, I think, because he, like me, got sick and he wanted McDonald's today. Obviously, that was not going to happen. And he doesn't understand. I don't think you guys heard him, but I just brought that to attention for no reason. Other than it was annoying. Oh my gosh, has Guerrero Jr. even had a hit today? Like, it's him and it's Griffey Jr. that I need, because they're the only ones right now. Let's see. Okay, Guerrero Jr. has had 2 hits, and Griffey Jr. has had 3 hits, so I should be done with the player's mission, having a brother or father in MLB The Show 24. I should be done with that. It's really the Houston Astros one that is the most frustrating. That's like, I need the extra base hits with Alvarez and Bagwell and Biggio, and right now the only one who's actually contributing in that department is Biggio.
Hey, 2. 0-2.
Strike 3, sit out. Let's see, what's going on social media?
Ball. Count 1-0.
Mets fans talking about Manaya's return.
Hey.
Blah.
One
You
ball,
already know that.
2 strikes.
I already talked about that. I'm not going to talk about it again.
Ball 2.
Strike 3, sit out.
The center fielder, number 9, Brenton Doyle.
Hey. 0-1.
Strike 3, sit out. Cardinals live? I don't know, but they're suggesting that the Mets are going to make another offer to Alex Bregman. I mean, look, as long as Bregman's out on the free agent market, Mets can make whatever offer. I mean, I think it's more... I think they should re-sign Pete. I really do, because Pete obviously already has the chemistry. And we don't know what we're going to get with Bregman. I mean, obviously, I think we're going to get a great third baseman. But if he's not going to add to the chemistry, I mean, Pete Alonso already has that chemistry.
Ball.
But if the Mets want to make an offer at Bregman, like, by all means, go ahead.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
No. Let that at least get off the wall so that... Oh, great. That's a home run. Finally, Bagwell actually contributes. Oh, I guess I could talk about the Jets, too. I mean, yeah, I haven't really touched on the Jets. You know, honestly, I really have no reason to, because they stink. I mean, was I expecting them to pull an upset against the Los Angeles Rams? No, but I mean, they didn't even score in the second half for crying out loud. At least I don't think so. They scored most of their points in the. They scored their points in the first half, didn't they? I know they got one touchdown, and then they.
Leading off for the Rockies, the left fielder.
Yeah, they didn't even score in the second half. It's like. And all they did was score one touchdown and one field goal. That's all they scored. I'm just going to say this out loud. The Jets are the most overrated offense in the NFL. You have a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, who is going to be, I believe, a Hall of Famer. You have top receivers like Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams on your team. And even some guys like Alan Lazard and a rookie slot receiver who can be vital to your franchise. You have a star running back in Breece Hall. You have an offensive line that you're building up, still young, but can be a cornerstone for your franchise. You have a defense that is led by Sauce Gardner. You have C.J. Mosley. I think he's out right now, but you have the Williams brothers. You have Will McDonald IV. You have so many options in terms of your defense. You have so many options in terms of your offense. And the best that you can muster is a 4-10 record. Actually, I think they're 4-11. I think they were 4-10 coming into the game against Los Angeles, and now they're 4-11. Because I think there are 2 games after this. It's this weekend and then the next weekend, and then that's it. Because I think next weekend is Miami, and then you have Buffalo for the Jets. But seriously, like, seriously, you're telling me that Robert Saleh took the Jets with Zach Wilson as their quarterback to at least 7 wins. Yeah, there were double-digit losses, but at least it was close. It was like 2 back-to-back 7-10 seasons. And honestly, a couple of them, you win a couple of those games, you're talking about a 9-8 record. And you're telling me that this right now, the Jets' offense is an upgrade over Robert Saleh's last 2 seasons? Are you kidding me? I mean, I don't even think the Jets are. The Jets are. They're going to be even worse. They fired. Who'd have thought it, right? Who'd have thought that you fire a head coach mid-season and your team turns out even worse? Who'd have thought it, right? I mean, the announcers, Kevin Harlan and I guess it was Tony Romo. Maybe no, it couldn't have been Romo. Maybe it was Tiki Barber. I forget, but they were talking about, oh, usually, you fire a coach. Oh, that's a spark plug for the team. In what universe? And how recently? Seriously, I don't get it. I really, really do not. Oh, that's another thing I could go off of. You guys may not have heard this, but this is a serious egg on Woody Johnson's face. It became reported that it was his sons that was telling him to build up this team, and they were doing it based on Madden rankings. I mean, I want to go off on that so badly. If you're telling me that the best way you think you can build a football team is by having your sons play Madden and then tell you which players you should be getting, you should not be an NFL owner. I mean, if I heard that about my NFL owner, I'd be going up to his office right now and I'd be demanding my release and telling him what an idiot he is. And then I'd be going out to the press and I'd be telling them what an idiot he is. I've never heard that in my life, where an owner builds a team based on Madden. Like, hello, newsflash to Woody Johnson here. Madden is fake. Hey, it's a video game. It's a video game. And you're letting your sons tell you how to run this team.
0-1.
What? You're a billion? Or a million? You're a millionaire and you're letting your son... You own a team. You've owned a team for well over 20 years and you're telling me that you let your sons dictate the roster. Oh my God. Why am I a Jets fan? Why? Why am I supporting this bullshit? An owner who is clearly clueless and is only in it for to make money? So I just have I have another question for Woody Johnson. If this is, what were you doing? How were you building the team before your son started playing Madden? Like, how were you building up the Jets beforehand? Because if you have been letting them build your roster since like 2011 or 2012, you need to stop and go back to what it was you were doing from the early 2000s. Because that clearly worked better than what's working right now. At least in the early to mid 2000s, you had some playoff appearances. Even the early 2010s, you had some playoff appearances. Now it's been well over a decade since the Jets have been to the playoffs. I mean, the Jets are so much of a joke of a franchise that they were the final Jeopardy answer when Jeopardy was talking about how the Jets haven't even been back to the Super Bowl since Neil Armstrong walked the moon. That's how much of a joke this franchise is. That Jeopardy is willing to mock the Jets by posing them as the final Super Bowl, as the final Jeopardy answer, or the final Jeopardy question. Oh my God.
Tyler Kinley.
I mean, I'd be demanding answers. Unfortunately, there's no accountability for NFL owners. Roger Goodell sure as heck ain't going to do anything. Just merely a puppet. So if there's no accountability, Woody Johnson's just going to run the team exactly as he has been. I mean, I think I'm going to be dead. I think I could live 2 lifetimes before I see the Jets win a Super Bowl. They may have a more infamous championship drought than the Boston Red Sox, the Chicago Cubs, or the Cleveland Guardians combined.
Shortstop, Matt McLean.
Seriously, I'm like, of all the ridiculous things I've heard of it, of a way that an owner has built their team, I think this might take the cake. Doing it based off of Madden. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like I said, there's no accountability. Woody Johnson may end up continuing to do this. You know, all the Jets fans can get together. They can fly their airplanes over MetLife Stadium, telling Woody to sell the team. Not gonna make a bit of a difference. You know why? Because the NFL, you get reward. You still make a profit as an owner, even when your team has the worst season ever. The New York Giants are still going to make a profit, even though they're having one of the worst seasons ever. Like, it's a joke with the Giants.
All ones the count. Hey, shoot. That's a ball.
Serious. Not going to make a bit of a difference. The only way, and honestly, I don't even think you can affect their bottom dollar. You could stop selling, or you could stop buying ticket price, or you could stop buying tickets. But TV contracts with the NFL and sponsorships and sponsors and everything, they're still gonna make a profit.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit out. Strike 3, sit out. You know, like, and I want to be a Jets fan. I do. Like, I remember growing up with guys like Chad Pennington, Curtis Martin, Lavernius Coles, Santana Moss, Chris Beck, Nick Mangold, Kevin Mayway, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, Jason Fabini, Jonathan Vilma, Donnie Abraham, Darrell Revis, Muhammad Wilkerson. I mean, I grew up watching so many great Jets. I grew up watching so many, and I know how great this franchise can be. I know how great it is. But I am not going to support an owner who honestly is either doesn't really give a damn or is so incompetent at running a football team. It's laughable. Like, I wouldn't even trust Woody Johnson with my high school football team. Ooh, look at that. All right, so I'm going to get 10,000 subs right there. That's good. Oh, I didn't bring attention to it before. I feel like you guys are seeing it now or hearing it now. Let's see. Well, that's the end of that program. So let's see. Should I just do like some of the conquest maps, like swords, or now you know what? It's getting crazy downstairs. I think I better end it now. I don't want to end it now, but it's not gonna get any better. So. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in, even if it was only for a moment. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a very happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTVNextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's in the upper left there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start a stream. So ultimately, we did what I wanted to do. I obviously wanted to do more. Like, I wanted to go check out the event, see if I could maybe build maybe I could build like a Mets lineup. In fact, let me see if I can do that right now. Let's see. It's Angels, so I didn't go far enough. Nationals, okay, went too far. So no one can do Johan Santana. One for right field, I could do first base Pete Alonso. Play for second, could do Francisco Lindor or Jacob deGrom. Guess it really doesn't matter. I guess whichever one is closer to being super factored. Looks like that Lindor. David Wright, we'll keep him there. Benzos can play first or short. Wow, Carter does not have that, or he's already on the bench, which he's not. Looks like the only ones are Vientos, Syndergaard, and deGrom. Although deGrom could play, he could play second. Syndergaard can't play anywhere else. So we'll do Blackburn, Peterson. That's all I can do. Do bullpen, full Mets. Let's see. I mean, I guess. Well, hold on. Let me take out that. Let's see. Can do Mitch Garver. I don't know how I got to parallel 2 with, or tier 2 with Higashioka. I guess we'll go Garver. And good options here. But I think it's going to come down to Stan Musial. And I probably saw Schwarber. Okay, we'll do Schwarber. And then right field. Really? That Corbin Carroll has. Oh, I'm surprised by that. Honestly, oh no, wait, there's Hank Aaron. Forgot about Hank Aaron. Yeah, do Hank Aaron. All right, so that'll be my lineup heading into whenever I do the event. Is it okay? Great. All right, guys. So maybe that's what we'll grind tomorrow. We'll grind this event and try to get our guys super factored as quickly as possible. All the Mets guys. But yeah, this is where we're gonna end it for now. I hate to do this, but like I said, I don't think the situation downstairs is gonna get any better. So I'm just gonna end it now, and hopefully tomorrow will be not as problematic. So I will see you all tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.